Hello, this is Johnny. I'm going to go over the step exactly how the diagrams lay out in the Pi, and that's how we are going to physically plug it in. Using the PiCat, we are modifying. We're using the same cable, but we are not using that the ETA food card because we are changing to USB button with a light up button, which is much cheaper than to purchase the replacement, adding the the car into it, which is cost a lot more. So this way is letting the system. Now the image have the setup, the safety power shutdown. So this, if you plug in correctly like this, we're using pin 5 and pin 6, okay, but since I'm using pin 6 for the fan, we are going to use pin 39, and then the LED, instead of the last one at the bottom, we're going to use the ground 34. So we're changing the black cable. Instead of using 39, we're going to use 34 for the shutdown button that came with the PiCat, and then the other two buttons to safety shutdown. I don't believe the PiCat have safety shutdown, it just turn off. So we are going to add a safety shutdown. So we are using number 5 and number 39. And then 4 and 6, we're going to use it for the fan that's sitting on top of this. This is an old Raspberry Pi 3B, not the 3B Plus, because missing the Bluetooth, little silver thing right there. Okay, but everything else look exactly the same. So we are adding the safety shutdown button on and off, and normally we have to run a script, but most of the Raspberry Retro Pi, it come with, if you go to the utility, they have a script that you could click and will automatically set the power shutdown and off for you. And we could edit the file and make sure that it is pin number 5, and if it's pin number 5, we're good to go. 6 is just a ground. See, 6 is just a ground. 14 is a ground. 20 is a ground. 30 is ground. 34 is ground. And 39 is ground on this side. See that? And 25 and 9, so on. So I shouldn't use 34 because over now you have to count for like a 4 pin over. This is how you count. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it starts from this side. It's showing you the picture. So we are going to run that, and let me scroll the screen up a little bit. And normally we will have to see, this is how the web positive plug look like if you were to plug it like that. They're using the 5 and 6. So we're using the 5. The red is plug into 5, but we're gonna take the black one and plug it to the back, and then we're gonna move the black one to the pin 34 over there. So we're gonna do a little bit different, but that's not gonna affect the shutdown. And the reason we're doing that is because we're adding a fan. Okay, let me show a diagram with the fan on it. Okay, and that's why it looked different. Okay, see, like you can see they're using 39 twice, but I want to have a separate cable. I'm not joining. Now I have another plug that they use the same plug, so I could do that, but the one I'm using for PiCat is not. So I'm going to use 5 and 39, and the LED I'm going to use the 8 and 34, and the fan I'm using 4 and 6, because most of the fan they come together, like the pin is not separated together, so it's best to put it on 4 and 6. Okay, for the fan. Alright, so let's go over there to the computer. Well, before we, not computer, but to the physical hardware, but let me show you a little bit more about the script. You normally have to run all this command right here, pseudocode, blah blah blah, but since this is a newer version now, this script is already pre-loaded for you, and you don't have to run all this. So only thing you have to do is go down to the bottom. The one is highlighted. You are going to edit the file, and the file you're editing, you want to check to see if this is pin number 5 is there. I think I scrolled a bit too fast. The file you're going to edit is called pseudocode nano, and it's home directory pi script shutdown.py. So this is the path you're going to type in your PuTTY, and to make sure that the one that is highlighted in black, top black, you want to make sure that this line is there, that this number 5 is there. Okay, and then you also want to make sure that your shutdown, you want to make sure that this button is pin 5. Okay, the other one they don't care too much as long as you have the other one grounded, but number 5 is the main one that everybody use. And then you want to reboot it, and then you're going to edit another file called pseudocode nano, and you want to make sure rc.local that this file is in there. Otherwise, if it doesn't run this, it's not going to run the script. So this is the script is inside here, pin 5 that we just looked at, and inside this file need to have this line in there. Okay, if it doesn't, you have to add it in. So we're going to check, we're going to let the Pi run the automatic script for us, and we could edit those files to make sure it is there, so that this safety shutdown is working. Because right now, based what I see, when I press the power off, it just power off. It didn't do shutdown. So the shutdown command, it does not work. Now we are back here, and see I'm using the original plug for the power on and off on the PiCat. Now if you have your own plug like the one I have in iCat that I built, I'll put them side by side once I finish building this one. So I'm using the red as a positive, and I'm using this adapter that I told you about, that this one is a 2 female on both sides. So because the PiCat came with those 2 male pin, so I just plug them 2 together, and then the female is right here, and then just plug into the male pin. Those are all the GPIO. So I plug in 39. So this 2 is plugged into number 8. The white one plug in 8, pin number 8. So you count 2, 4, 6, 8, 8. Okay, and then here, let me zoom in. Let me make the screen a little bit brighter so you can see. Okay. Alright, and then here I have the pin 39 and 34. So this cable is using, let me go back to this one. This one is using 8, and the black one is plugged into, can't even see. Sorry. So the black one is plugged into the, I'm sorry. Yeah, the black one is plugged into the 39. Okay, right here, 39. And this one is 34 and plugs number 5, it's the purple one. And that is plugged into the power on, power off. So I'm not using the USB power on, power off. I'm using the general purpose input output. So this is going to use the 5 and ground. Okay, now I do not know if I plug in the right direction, because button is always just a button, so I'm not sure. So if it doesn't work, I'm going to have to swap it. Okay, and so there are the pin. And now the fan is right here. I haven't plugged it in. The red will be on the top, will be pin number 4, and 6 is the ground that we just saw in the picture. So we're going to plug that in, and after that we are going to run the script and make sure everything works. So here, here I'm just going to plug the red on top, like so. Okay. So red is in the top, pin 4 and 5 and 6. Okay, now what we could do is just run. Well, we're not gonna plug the power in yet. And then I have a speaker here ready for it, and I got amplifier over here on the right side. I mean my left hand side. And so I'm going to be plugging into the left side and the right side using those pins. And then I'm going to plug this directly to the Pi over here. So it's like a speaker headset. So I'm gonna plug that to that, and then this is able to control the sound volume. So here is my I forgot where I got this. I have to Google search this, but this is my amplifier for the speaker. Okay, and they have an option. You could plug it this, or you could use the cable to plug it in to your device. But since Pi have this, I'm using this connection right here. Okay, this is I think the 3.5 head plug, regular plugs, and I'm gonna plug that to that. And so this is my Pi setup already. And then once the USB is set up, because this monitor does not come with sound, it doesn't have a sound speaker connect to it. So you have to add the amplifier to make the sound to have a sound. I mean, have the volume control, but doesn't have the sound. So hopefully, by me adding the Pi sound, so that means this will not work anymore. They only work for the screen. The sound control will become controlled by this one, or you can use the Pi software to control it. Okay. Now, you might wonder, well, how did I put this? What I did is I left the copper the heatsink under here, and then I add another piece, the small one, the one that originally was here. I move it over here so that it would be the same level, and then I just put the fan right on top of each other so that it will see that. I have the focus. See, I have the copper there. I didn't want to take it off, and so what I did is I left the copper on top, and I put the aluminum heatsink underneath the Bluetooth, and so now they're both level up, and so it will suck the heat out using this fan, and this too should cool it down, even though I don't need that one right there. I don't need this one, but that will at least level it out, you know. So, and then here the network, I went to put the real Tor copper, so that when I transfer or update the firmware, the Raspberry Pi, you know, the version, it will still stay cool. And so this is the best I could do to cool this thing down, and so hopefully that should do the trick. Okay, and so that's my update on the Raspberry Pi. The last video was update on the control, and the control light is not bright to a point where it will affect you when you play the game. So a lot of people, I know a lot of people hesitate to get it because they don't know that's gonna affect it. It's like it's so bright, it's bugging me when I play game. It doesn't do that, and I have played with it, and I have do a demo with it, and it's fine. So it doesn't really bother you at all for the for the joystick that have light. So I'm gonna finish putting this together, and then gonna plug everything together and see how it go. And I'll do the final version after I put all this together. And then I'm getting this replaced. I'm getting a vinyl. I'm getting a vinyl paper from Amazon. Should come in Monday, and I'm gonna reprint this and put the picture back better, so it will look prettier. So I'm gonna do that. When I get that in, I'll get that replaced, and then that should be it. Oh, and then the marquee light, this is what I did to it. I'm getting a shorter cable for it, and I'm plugging into the computer. So, but this one right now is like this. It's in the back of the board, so when I put it together, the light's going to shine, and then the marquee light will shine. So yep, so I'm going to try to make this as awesome as possible, since I spent $200 just buying this stupid case. I shouldn't call it stupid. Expensive case. $200 just for a case. Well, at least I used the monitor. If you count that, that's only like 40 bucks, so 8 inches. And speaker is only like maybe 5 bucks. And I didn't use any of the button. So it's a very expensive case. So, but hey, that's what happens. You buy something to modify. If you build it yourself, a lot of people don't want to take the time to build a case. But if you build the box yourself and everything, you'll be actually saving more money. You know, same like people. All this thing that I'm doing right now, it will work on RK1up as well, because people are using the screen and buying the video card that go with it, which we don't have to. We're using, because this is a USB, so we don't have to. But people are replacing the video card, and so the monitor will work. And then they're adding all this to it, like I'm doing, like the amplifier and this. Right now, this is not put together. That's why it looked like this. But I'm showing you the basic step by step, so you know how to set up the shutdown and where it is plugged in. So and then a while ago we were looking at the diagram. So if you look at the diagram, look at this. This is hard to understand because it doesn't have a number next to it. But I'm showing you where I'm plugging everything in here. So at least you know the pin number, the one on here is number 2, and the red is plugged into 4, and the black is plugged into number 6. Okay, that's for the fan. 4 and 6 is the fan. All right, and the white one is the 8, and that is for the button. Okay, 8 and ground, and then 5 and ground is for the power. I'm sorry, let me take that back. 5 and 39, 5 and ground is for the shutdown button, and then 8 and ground, 34 ground, 8 and ground are for the LED light. Okay. All right, and hope this helped. That's how I'm putting my heatsink on top of 2 of the fan. The fan is on top of 2 of the heatsink on the bottom, so that's level out evenly. So I don't have to pull the copper out. I can put it right on top. And copper is better than aluminum heatsink on the bottom. So if I was to take that out, why not have double heatsink on top and then the fan? So I think that is pretty awesome, you know. All right, hope this helped you guys. If you guys are deciding to, this information I'm giving you will also help you when you build a big RK or mini RK like RK1 up. A lot of people, they just put it together and tell you what they buy. They didn't build it from beginning. But if I do a whole video from beginning to the end, it's going to be so long. So I'm doing partial so you guys can look at it. Like if you want to set up the fan, the light, LED light, and the power safety shutdown, this is the video you're going to go to, and then amplifier. And then I was trying to find where I buy this from my Amazon, and once I find it, I'll give you the link where I bought it. I bought this like 2 years ago when I was building a Sega Genesis cage, and I didn't know which one to buy, so I bought a different kind. So alright, thank you for watching. Hope this helped. Talk to you later. Bye bye.